Good morning, friends. Today we're going to talk about something really fun. We're going to talk about me. Who's me? Who's me? I'm not me. I'm my me. I'm my me. Who's me? Who's inside that pretty little brain? Who's inside that beautiful brain? Sweet, sweet ones. Oh, I talk to the babies. I talk to the babies. Hello, how old are you? You can't tell me because this is made for kids, which means the comments are turned off, huh? Actually, I think that's only true in one of the places. On my actual children's channel, which is where I want to post this, I think the comments might be turned on. Well, if it's okay with the people you love that watch over you, then why don't you tell me how old you are? I would love to say hello to my pretty friends. Remember, to everybody watching, we better be very, very kind in those comments because I keep very close eye on what's said. I do, because I'm so aware of the babies. The babies are perfect. I love the babies. Let's see. My me is lots of me's. I have what is now called dissociative identities. I left the last word out of there because I don't think there's anything wrong with me at all. I think I am exactly as I should be. Every single one of my many me's, because there's so many of us in here, because that's what dissociative identities are. Multiple personalities. I'm many people. And my many me's have learned to love each other and to talk to each other and to ask each other, hey, friend, what's up? Are you okay? And to be here for each other and to trust each other that we've got it. Even if I haven't asked another eye, hey, have I got this? I know that that eye's got this because they haven't said, hey, I need some help. Because we've learned how to ask each other for help, which makes asking other people for help even easier. Did you know I didn't always know that there were so many of us in here? I didn't always know. We were so quiet. Amber, our very first driver, she didn't know how often she shared the wheel. She didn't know how often she let us do our thing. She just had the decided. She had the decided. Our life looks like this. Our life is looking like this, and I have decided. And so she would come and kind of yank the wheel away sometimes when one of us was playing in a way that she hadn't decided. Silly Amber. It goes deeper than that, but so do all brains. Our brains are just silly little snakes all folded up on themselves. Isn't that so fun? Silly little snakes attached to like a little bug looking thing that's your nervous system, that when it goes all the way down to your toes, it starts to look like a frog. You look like a big old snake bug frog person inside your body. How funny is that? How funny is that? I look like that, and you look like that too. Who's your you? Am I your you? You're my you, and I love you. I love you so much. Did you know that I find you perfect exactly the way that you are? Even if I don't always like your behavior and I have to let somebody else take care of it. Like, hey, where's this person's mommy? Where's this person's daddy? Where's this person's person? This person needs somebody, and we're not at that level. You're not at that level with everybody. That's okay. It's my job to love everybody from the level we're at. I don't love a stranger like they're my spouse. Not exactly. The love is that deep. The commitment is not. And people get that confused with love all the time. Do you know the difference between love and a commitment? Love is how do you even describe love? It's a feeling. It's a mix of chemicals in your brain. And I think it's the reason the chemicals mix. I think it's an energy that causes those chemicals to want to be together just as often as possible, just as often as possible. And my chemicals like to be in love all the time. That's why all of my many, many, many me's had to learn how to talk love. Did you know that one of my many me's is a cat person? A cat person. And she came here to learn how to love. Did you know that? That's so fun. I bet you didn't know that. I didn't even know that till I said it. Isn't auditory processing so much fun? The things that you know are true, as you say them, you know. Because the things that weren't true were just silly. The things that weren't true were just silly. But the things that were true, your body went, yeah. Isn't that so fun? I think that's so fun. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, oh yes you will, how much I love you. It's inside, just come home and play. And you don't need to look outside you. But if you do, dear, then demand real. 'Cause then you'll be here and still see rainbows. Yeah, that's why you came home right here. You don't need anything or anybody else to be home. When you remember that, and you do not accept anything less than that in the other person, no, you will see it, you will know it, you will understand that you have this too, and what you're going through, whatever it is not my fault. And we can and we will find common ground. And we can and we will work together. And I can and I will support you when you can and you do tell me what you need. And outside of that, don't I just have to be my pretty little self? Don't I just have to be my glorious little sunbeam? And it's okay if you need to ask me, hey, can you maybe shine in the other room? My head hurts and my eyes are a little weary right now. That's okay. Even if I feel a little sad, guess whose fault my sads are? My sads are my fault. They're not your fault. How could my sads, my sads be your fault? That's a silly thought. That's so silly. We're just gonna, here, let's just clean that silly thought right out of it. That's so silly. My thoughts are my thoughts. And your thoughts are your thoughts. And we can have our thoughts together in space because how I love you and I wish to treasure the moments that you share vulnerability with me. That was a big word. Do you know the word vulnerability? I'll say it a little slower. Vulnerability. 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 Oh, do you know why I like to be vulnerable? Do you know why? Because when I'm vulnerable, I am transparent. I show you exactly who I am. Sometimes vulnerable means I don't like the way you're treating me, and I wish you would treat me kinder. And sometimes vulnerable means I really didn't like that at all. And sometimes vulnerable means I know how it looks when it shows up on my face and I talk the way I do and I don't care because this is brave, friend. Showing you what's going on inside of me so that you see how close I am to running or arguing. That is very brave. You get to see exactly what's going on inside. You get to see exactly where I am, and when you know me, even a little, because you know yourself. You get to see exactly what I'm capable of. My authenticity is exactly what I'm supposed to give you. And if I feel afraid, I'm supposed to feel afraid. That's how The gods within know what to do. That's how the ones I pray to know how to respond. She, he, they, we respond to fear. In come the angels here to protect the little ones who raise their head and say, "Hey, I'm hungry." Where? Isn't that how it's always been? The little baby cries. The little baby cries. Why? Why does the little baby cry? Because the little baby has figured out how to let the nervous system do what it needs to do. That was a silly noise, huh? I didn't know that was going to happen. My nervous system needed to make a wiggle. Sometimes your spine just needs to move. Sometimes your nervous system muscles need to get involved too, and they need to go all the way up the spine and down and into the arms and all around. And oh, how we wiggle and giggle and sound so funny and silly, I'm sure. Oh, and down to the toes, through the knees, through the legs. Oh, so much more, so much more. I feel like I could just hop and soar like a frog through the sky, through a river, through space. Where does the flying frog go? Where does the flying frog go? The flying frog goes to the moon, of course. The flying frog has spent so many years looking up from the pond after having spent so many years looking down at the beautiful, beautiful, what are you? Are you a circle? Are you a ball? You're made of light. Sometimes you're small and little slithery like a snake. And you light up my pretty pond. And I see from below how much clearer things are because, oh, how everything lights up when the moonlight filters in through the water. Have you ever shined water into a flashlight? Wait, no. Reverse that, silly mouth. Have you ever shone a flashlight into water? Have you ever done that? Have you ever seen how the water will light up? Imagine being inside. How bright it must be to be a little frog swimming with fishies and wondering, why is it so bright? And then suddenly one day while you're out on the land and you look into the water, you see this beautiful little orb. And it takes months, maybe years, maybe eons or more before one little frog realizes, oh, this orb that everyone knows of, everyone speaks of, everyone wonders why they can't catch it. Even in the middle of it, you just cannot catch it. So why not? Why not? What is this orb? And oh my goodness, some little frog says a tadpole. A tadpole, while laying in bed, says, what is that orb? And someone looks up. They realize there's the orb that we've seen all this time on the surface of water, but now I'm inclined to go up and look further because something's not right. It doesn't look quite the same underneath as it did from above. Is that the same thing? What is that thing? What is that thing? So they go and they look on the water and wait, that's the same thing, but not. And it's in a different place. So where did it go and where could it be? And so they look up like they did underneath. They look up and they see in the sky, oh my gosh, what is that? What's a sky? Would they even know that word? I don't think so. They look up and see an inky black sea. They've heard of a sea, maybe. Visitors come through sometimes, an alligator or two. Could that be a sea? Could I get to that sea? That sea that's got all of those little white circles. Are those the same things as the ones that I've seen on the surface of my glistening pond? And then looking around, because there's so many stars, but they don't know they're stars. What are they? What are? There it is. There's the circle. There's the orb. There's the glow. There's the great giant thing that I thought was below on the surface of the pond. I didn't even realize until this little tadpole opened my eyes, because this tadpole laying there in their bed looked up where I had never looked. Instead, I always looked down or around. What new directions? Within is a sound I just heard, but what is within? Well, could that be absurd? Wait, no, hang on. Within, I know what in means. And I know what with means. With means with me. So within must mean the inside of me. And if there is an up, and I never quite knew just how up went, up was something I grew to as I ascended to the above place and land, to look down at the surface of ponds and to glance at what's a reflection? They won't know the word, but the reflection of moonlight from up. Within must not be absurd. Maybe we should try it. Maybe we should see. Maybe we should quiet our mind and see what we can be when we allow. And see how we can do great things. And I know, yes, I know how easy it could be to let go, so why not try it? Close your eyes, just be here for a moment. Notice your breath between my words. Did it go in or out, or something more? Sometimes I hold it in ways I didn't know I could. So I'll close my eyes while I open too, and I'll let some prizes unfold for you and me, because I love them too. That's why I forget just a little everything I know, while I still hold that feeling inside. We discussed this, we asked this, what is love? It's that feeling, that reason, that rhyme, and that energy from above, below, within, and without. Let it all be real. It can be whatever you feel. Your wishes come true when you reveal vulnerability. Can you say it with me? I am vulnerable for you. You, yourself, and I know me too. You, yourselves, and I know that we can be exactly what you wish that we could be. There's no world that we cannot see together, and if that means someone will be just a curtain away, that's just fine, 'cause I say I'm home. In my heart, in my soul, and in my bones, There is plasma inside me, light and electricity. Eccentricity? Electricity? Does it even matter anyway? I am perfect the way that they made me. There's no mistakes from my God. Thanks. Ooh, and if they made me to be a million personalities, then who do you think that I should be today? I don't need to fit your boxes even if I was just one. 'Cause here's the thing, it's only me, myself, and I that get to decide who it is I came to be. So hang it up, your reservations, try it out, no limitations. You can do exactly what you wish. Oh, so do you wish to be a fish up in the sky? Or do you wish to be you, yourself, and I? And I want for you to find exactly what you need. You've got this, babies. Remember that it's only me who is me, not this me, that me. Only me, whoever gets to decide who it is I get to be tonight. So do you want to see what's real when you look at someone? Then feel what's real within your heart. You've got to try. Well, you don't have to. But I wish you do. At least a little. Try it out. It doesn't have to be committal. A commitment is a promise that you make. A commitment is an oath to take up space in a way you've decided before. And here's the thing, as much as it might sting, you can break them, darlings. Even when you make them, darlings. So make sure when you do, you really know all the pretty ways that your love grows. You are so perfect, my darling. I mean it. And I hope that I get to meet you. I mean it. And if you hear these words in the way that I mean them, then you'll know. This is how I know. All the inner me's inside the inner me's inside the inner me's. It's all just interface and feedback loops. You know. I am pretty freaking cool. Which am I talking to? I am pretty freaking cool, my silly darlings. Back to the babies. Who was I talking to? I know, do you? I want to see who you sing to. Remember, if we are within traveling distance and you have grown-ups present, we could have a fun show together, and I think that would be a lot of fun. Anyway, it's time to say goodbye. I hope you have a day where your heart flies through the air on purpose. You did it on purpose. I'm so proud of you this morning, darlings. Bye.